This is what the end of a long canoe trip looks like. How long? 13,000 kilometers over 15 months and about 9 million canoe strokes each for the paddlers. They are Pierre Pepin and Jennifer Goslin and their dog, Jasmine. They finished in Ottawa a short while ago. We'll meet them in a minute. But first, their journey. They put in on the Rideau Canal in Ottawa in early June last year. Pepin and Goslin canoed along canals to Georgian Bay on Lake Huron. The pair then went south down Lake Michigan. It's what the paddlers call the Great Loop. By September, they were on the Mississippi, bound for the Gulf of Mexico. In February, they skirted along both coasts of Florida, including the Keys, up the Atlantic seaboard to New York City by May. Then, inland waterways such as the Hudson River, the Erie Canal, and the Rideau Canal, leading to today's arrival back where they started on the Rideau. And Pierre Pepin and Jennifer Goslin join me now from Parliament Hill, the Parliament Hill locks of the Rideau Canal. Listen, how are you?
Very good.
Fine, great.
Yeah, do you feel energized? How would you just?
Sad though. It's.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's kind of sad and happy at the same time. The trip is almost over, but yet we have 2 more years to go. So we have, at least this is our good point, because right now when it's over, it's over.
Okay. Let me just ask you simply, and Pierre, let me start with you. Why?
3 years ago, we paddled from Grand Portage, Minnesota to Quebec City. We met so many great people. Usually we paddle up north where there's animal interactivity with wolves and bears, not the same as people. So it was great. We really enjoyed it. We went back to work and things were not the same. Everything was changed. So we decided to go on a longer trip. So we decided on one weekend to go for a couple of weeks, a couple of months. Then at the end, it ended up to 3 years. So we sold everything we own, and there we are. We're paddling.
Okay, so Jennifer, give us an idea of your life. What were you guys doing at the time, and that you came to this decision that you were going to throw it all in and put in to the Rideau?
Well, we had both very good jobs. Myself, I was working in a big accounting software firm, and I was the operation manager, 1,000 employees. And just before we decided, I had a promotion, so it was kind of hard to make the decision. And Pierre was in the construction and also coaching and outdoor leadership.
Yeah, and Pierre, you were a member of the Special Forces for the Canadian Armed Forces for a period of time. Did that help on your travels?
Army, it doesn't matter if you're in service, any type of service. When you go to the Army, it gives you the leadership that you require for a trip like this.
Yeah.
Very often you have to make a fast decision, and this is the way to do it.
What was the thing that stands out for you over the past 15 months? Was there something that made your heart pound?
Human kindness.
Human kindness. This is it. Everybody is hoping for a big shark story or a alligator. Mm-hmm. None of the above. We saw a lot of alligator, a lot of shark, but it's all about human kindness. This trip it was so nice. People were kind to us. We stayed at people's backyards. We stayed in people's house, on boat. It didn't matter how rich or poor. People were just kind. Didn't matter the religion. Some were redneck and they were awesome. Like it's been unbelievable. People were kind. There's nothing. Everybody's asking the same question. What's the worst that happened to? Well, actually, we saw a dead cat once, and that's about it. The rest is all good.
Yeah. What was it about? The human kindness that got to you. I get the feeling that when you started out, you weren't expecting that.
No, it was it started on the Rideau Canal. One guy, one morning, a lockmaster came up with a bag with a muffin inside. So we just looked at him, said thank him, and then throughout the trip, something like we know our neighbor when you're at home. You know your neighbor by name, but you're not invited by them for supper. Now, after meeting people for 5 minutes, you're having supper in their house. You're meeting their entire family. Some guy stopped on the side of the road, a brand new truck at 900 miles, and he gave me the key of his truck for a portage. The guy didn't know me. It was a $72,000 big GMC brand new truck, and he didn't know me, but yet, we had the portage to do, and I had to go in town to buy some grocery. And so now I use my truck and bring it back to the village after. So this is what people that live by the water, that practice water sports, that work on the water, I think that everybody has that common sense of helping each other, I think.
Do you think you've been changed by this journey, Jennifer?
Oh yes, totally. Just what from Pierre said about human kindness, it changed us, and also living in a slower pace, not in a rat race, every day, being together 24 hours per day, 7 days a week, and spending time together, sharing stories, traveling throughout the world and seeing the world, well, not the world, but North America. I don't know. Something changed in us, and we're not the same now.
So how will that manifest itself going forward, do you think, Pierre?
We don't know. We know we're going to be, for the next couple of months while we're going back to Quebec, we're going to be working on the book, and we have to look for work, and before we start our next expedition in the spring. I think it's going to be rough, because it's almost unheard of spending 15 months with people being kind to you all the time.
Yeah.
I know tonight a friend of ours left a car just across the water from here for us to drive back to Quebec, and we're going to be on the road in about 2 hours. I'm sure by the time I get to Quebec City, at least somebody's going to cut me once. It didn't happen the last 15 days of my canoe. Nobody cut me off. So 15 months. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, right,
so,
exactly.
I mean, it's going to change.
Yeah, very quickly.
Yeah.
You guys went from 80-hour work weeks to seeing each other every minute of every day for 15 months. Were you able to be kind to each other?
Yes.
Yes. When you do it, when it's a passion, when paddling is a passion, and seeing the world like this, the way we're doing it, it's. I think sometimes you get on people's nerve when it's rough. When at work it's rough. When you're coming back from home, you're tired from work and you're tired. On a trip like this, we paddled 8, 10, 12 hours a day, and it was just seeing scenery, unbelievable scenery, and nice people. So it's not the same. It might be different when we go back home, though. Who knows?
All right. Well, we'll keep in touch, and we look forward to your book, Pierre Peppa and Jennifer Goslin at Parliament Hill Locks of the Rideau Canal. Welcome home, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.